Hey, mainstream media, when will you stop promoting professional race baiters? I'm so relieved that Daniel Penny is a free man tonight. And the fact that he even had to go through this trial is just one of the reasons why I think that Alvin Bragg needs to be removed. Period.
Well, it's really simple. I mean, the Manhattan DA has made this racial. We have seen what A.G. Bragg has been capable and has tried to pursue. And I think between Trump and now this is the icing on the cake with Penny, convicted at any cost. They make it a vendetta. He is definitely political. This is politicized. And I think he needs to be investigated. I think the whole DA's office in Manhattan needs to be investigated.
Daniel Penny was the victim of a racially motivated prosecution that many corrupt elites and members of the aristocracy used to peddle their woke agenda and advance their careers. And as my big brother Vince Ellison says,
I despise every last one of them and I hold them in utter contempt, and they stink in my nostrils.
But I'll tell you who I have a bigger problem with. Who do you have a problem with, Hollywood? I'm glad you asked. The national mainstream media, who continue to promote and at the very least platform professional race baiters like Hawk Newsome and BLM New York. For why? Why do you continue to give ignorance oxygen?
Give me the money. Give me the money.
Because that's all that this is about. Ads for your program. And it's causing more division and promoting racial idolatry. Black Lives Matter has already been exposed.
It's the greatest lie ever sold. Take the money, run and leave the families in the cold. BLM is only in it for the gold.
Maybe you didn't get the memo, NewsNation, but this is not 2020 anymore. Anyone who doesn't know that BLM is a corrupt organization that uses dead black people to fundraise, then they don't want to know. Tell me this, why does it matter what they think about the verdict? They are nothing but this generation's race hustlers. Al Sharpton 2.0.
Al Sharpton is the original grifter. So if you don't know, back in the days in New York, anytime there was any kind of racial conflict, this fat ass would show up in a jumpsuit, and he would demagogue against Jews, by the way, specifically, and get people super mad to the point where they nearly attacked Jewish people. And he was a menace, an absolute menace in the New York area, okay? And then all that got magically forgiven. Why did it get forgiven when that stuff never gets forgiven?
Why did it get forgiven?
Because he decided to embrace professional corruption. He was running 2-bit scams back in the day because he didn't know any better, right? But he's a smart guy, so he wisened up and he's like, oh, the way the professionals do this is they kiss the ass of the donors, they kiss the ass of the politicians, and they get the real money, the big money. And did he shake down a lot of businesses saying, hey, if you don't give me money, I'm gonna call you racist? Okay, go ahead and catch feelings. Yes, he did. You set up a nonprofit, they funnel you $500,000, you kiss their ass on air, and if anybody accuses you of anything, you just call them racist.
You know what? You don't bring leaders of the KKK or neo-Nazis on your program, do you? Why? Because you already know the hateful rhetoric that they will spew. So why is it different for Black Lives Matter? Jim Crow was evil, but so is Jerome Crow. These ass clowns are nothing more than the overseers for the Democrat plantation, period. If they think that life is so bad here in America and there's no justice, then why won't they take their woke asses to Africa? Hell, go start Little Wakanda. They won't. You can't get them out of here if you put a stick of dynamite up their ass. Because in many countries on the continent of Africa, their dumbasses would have been snatched off that stage and thrown in jail before they had a chance to damn anybody.
Goddamn them and goddamn America.
She says she's a devout Christian. She is lying. She is a melanated Marxist like the rest of her comrades from this wicked movement, period. And I'm sure people at NewsNation had seen clips of this orangutan before. So then why would you bring her to the studio to promote more of this madness? You know why. Because chaos and controversy sells. But when a white person or a police officer is killed because of the lies that you helped to promote, the same host will come on and talk about the need for civility and unity. You are part of the problem. They've been using this same script for over a decade since Trayvon Martin, and race relations are only getting worse. Stop feeding them. Jordan Neely threatened the lives of black people who were on that train. Black people came and testified in support of Daniel Benny. BLM is a scam. That's it. Do you need to pick up a turd to know that it's a turd? Can't you smell it? This hyena and the rest of the bums of Black Lives Matter don't care about black people. And you know what? Neither do you. You're just exploiting ignorance and hate by bringing her on to promote this nonsense. She doesn't want to have an honest discussion. She's just going to call it racism and use it to grift for more money. This is fundraising. That's the template.
I believe that even black people can be anti-black. People are predeceived to see black people as a threat and as a victim.
Everything is about race to them because they are racist. They see racism every day because it's the first thing they see when they look in the freaking mirror.
I'm the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Greater New York, and I'm a devout Christian.
Christ has to change her heart, and that's why I know she's not a devout Christian. She may attend an apostate church that teaches black liberation theology, and that's not any more Christian than the Church of Satan. How about we embrace making America great again and focus on what makes us better? How about this? Here's an idea. Why don't you feature some little known black people who are functioning in their freedom, who are restoring relationships and building bridges with their fellow Americans that don't look like them? And let the race baiters and the poverty pimps cyberly suffocate. In fact, anyone who sees this, could you hashtag NewsNation or any of the other mainstream media networks? That would be greatly appreciated, because I'll go to them on my own expense. Let's sit down and talk about what it's like to travel the country supporting the memory of police officers that are killed in the line of duty. So yeah, bring me on. Let's talk about the 130 officers as of tonight that have been killed this year. Yeah. Let's talk about the over 1,900 police officers that have been killed in the line of duty in the last 5 years. Most of them get no national media coverage, but when it's a black man, preferably with a criminal record, and a white cop, then you people in the media get into bed with the real sellouts and do the same old song and dance. It's not helping. When is the mainstream media going to realize that we the people are sick of this? Like really, how much further do your ratings have to drop? It's time for us to wake up, to grow up, and to step up.